The wonderful thing about being the Queen is that you can create a speech or have someone create it for you, and you can get that message out to millions of people all around the world. Now, the wonderful thing about having a YouTube channel and having a recording device to record yourself is that you too can create a speech and get a message out to potentially millions, even billions of people around the world. To give you an idea, Gangnam Style on YouTube has had almost 1 billion views. Now, I'm not saying that this video is going to get 1 billion views, but we must never underestimate the power of the ripple effect. Even if only a few thousand view this, then the influence they have from the new perspective or the information or the inspiration that you receive from it can pass that on to other people, and that ripple effect can move throughout the whole world and transform the whole world. And we as individuals in this day and age, we have an opportunity to do that. Every single person now is equal in their potential to make a massive difference, massive impact on this planet Earth. The age of Aquarius is upon us, and it's very, very enlightening. And at the same time, when we look around us, there are certain things that are going on, that is happening, and we don't seem to be in an age that seems to be very enlightened. But then again, we have the potential to change that right now. So here's a few of the things that maybe the Queen may not say in this year's speech. Maybe the things she might have just left out of this year's speech. Throughout 2012, there has been many atrocities in the news, in the headlines, the newspapers. Bombings happening, people being killed, soldiers being killed, children being shot, killed, bombed. But all of these together throughout 2012 don't make up to the amount of children dying every single day from starvation, which is completely preventable. Up to 30,000 children every single day die of starvation. Just think about that for a moment. 30,000 children every single day die of starvation. So all the atrocities that we've seen and we've gone, oh, that's terrible, which it is. It doesn't show this in the newspapers, in the headline, about the 30,000 children dying every single day from starvation, which is absolutely preventable. The grain that we feed to the cattle, to the cows, to the what's called livestock, to the animals, before we eat them, that grain would actually feed all the starving people in the world. That grain is enough to end world starvation. So simply by us stopping to eat the animals and also the milk that they produce, by us doing that, that would then produce enough grain to feed the whole world, every starving person in the whole world. And then those 30,000 children would not have to die every single day. But you know what? There's no money in that. There's no profits in that. You know, we need profits, right? There's no profits in that. We need to eat the animals and drink their milk and use their milk to make other things, because what that does is that actually creates business. It creates business and it creates trade. And also, from the people who are consuming all this, it means the rates of cancer and heart disease and diabetes and everything go right through the roof. So then the pharmaceutical industries can cash in on this as well. And by selling pharmaceuticals and the insurance companies for health insurance, they can cash in on it, and it becomes a big cash cow. There's lots of profits in that. So that's one of the reasons why we don't really want to report the benefits for ourselves and for the planet and for all the starving children of actually stopping eating the animals and drinking their secretions, simply put. Because there's no profits in stopping that. People will become healthy, there'll be no need for that industry anymore, and we'll move to different things. That could be quite scary, that could be empowering for people, and empowered people is scary to the elite, the governments. So we don't want to do that. Also, we could actually end world starvation, the starvation of these 30,000 children every single day. This could be ended tomorrow if we stop making all the bombs, stop making all the bullets, bring all the troops back to their own countries, back to the USA, back to the UK, and the other various countries that are sending troops out around the world. Bring them all back and stop killing people in other countries. I know they're peacekeeping missions, but really, it's going out killing people in other countries. And the amount of money, the billions that are spent on doing that, would actually easily be able to feed the whole world. Easily. But hold on a minute. We don't want to do that because there's actually no profit in that. We need the profit. There's money in war. There's money in it. There's money in making weapons. So we want to carry on doing that. And also, what about the drama? The drama of the wars, the newspaper, the headlines? What would they put in the newspapers? What would be on the news if there was no wars, there weren't people dying? What would be put in the news then? It'd be pretty boring, right? Yeah. And this whole cash cow thing, because the newspapers, they are involved, they're connected to the pharmaceutical industries, and they're all connected to the government and the elite, and they're all connected, and they're running this whole big cash thing, this big drama. So no. We don't want to do that. We want to keep that thing going. Keep those 30,000 kids dying every single day. Keep the wars going, because that makes the headlines. So some of our soldiers are dying. Some of them are getting their legs blown off. But look, they're not the elite's kids, right? It's not happening to them. No. So yeah, keep that whole thing going, keep the drama going, and keep the facade going that it's all necessary. Also, it's necessary to eat your meat, right? So keep that facade going as well, that it's necessary to eat meat because that gives you protein, and it's necessary to drink milk because that gives you calcium, right? And it's necessary to send the troops overseas to all these other countries because that is defending us. We're being defended by sending troops across the world to these countries where people have pop guns and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, we want to keep all that going because it creates profit and drama, and it keeps everyone distracted, and it keeps people in fear, like our governments are defending us from something, some big scary monster. And by the way, whenever the scary monster gets killed, a new scary monster comes up and gets created. Saddam gets killed, a new scary monster. Osama bin Laden gets killed, a new scary monster. Gaddafi gets killed, a new scary monster. Scary monsters are coming up everywhere. So we've got to keep creating the scary monsters so people are in fear, and then we go thank you very much to our government for going over and doing the business of taking care of them and doing their peacekeeping missions with all their bombs. Because the bombs really create peace, and no children die. When the bombs drop, it's completely targeted and no children are killed. No depleted uranium is dispatched into the air, and there are no deformed children being born in the Middle East. It's not happening. Deformed children are not being born in the Middle East. That is a conspiracy, and even if they are, it's got nothing to do with us. Okay, so enough of the sarcasm. I think you get it. So it's Christmas. So let's have something really from the heart. My message right now, my message for Christmas is to be love. Try it. Try for one day. Go for 24 hours and just be love for 24 hours. What does that mean? What does it mean to be love? What does that mean? What are you on about? Yeah? To be love is to put love above being right or wrong, good or bad. So this is the time of year when we come together as families a lot. And a lot of disagreements happen, arguments happen, people have a few too many, and everyone's got different values and different points of view and different beliefs, and then suddenly there's ruckuses can happen and people can fall out and things like that. So the reason you're watching this video is because you want to get this message. This message is for you right now. Be love. For the next 24 hours, as soon as you watch this video, whether it's Christmas Day or whenever it is in the future, be love. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, doesn't matter. This is cross-cultural, cross-religious denomination, cross-race, everything. Even alien species, for you as well. Especially if you're from the Andromeda galaxy, I welcome you. Be love for the next 24 hours. And so whenever you feel that you need to be right and to make someone else wrong, let go of that, because love is more important than being right. Always remember that. Love is more important than being right. The love of the heart. Connect to the love of the heart and connect to the peace of the mind. Love of the heart, peace of the mind. Make this your number one priority. There's nothing more important than the love of the heart and the peace of the mind. Love of the heart, peace of the mind. The reason I keep saying this is because repetition gets it in. And that is what we want. We want to be able to open our heart with gratitude. We want to create peace of the mind with being present and being certain and aware that peace is utmost. And peace is more important than being right or making someone else wrong or proving your point or pride. Peace and love is more important than pride. Prioritize it. Prioritize it for the next 24 hours. When someone says something that you're in disagreement with, you have a different value to them, you value something on a different level to them, let it go. Remember that. Remember. And you'll only remember by being present in the moment, staying centered. And if someone attacks you, all you have to say is interesting point of view. Thanks for sharing. It's in the communication. Instead of having to defend yourself, instead of having to defend your point of view, if someone's trying to make you wrong, you don't need to be right. You don't need to try and fight back their righteousness. All you say is interesting point of view. Thanks for sharing. That's it. And then realize or ask yourself, how can I be love in this moment? How can I be love in this moment? How can I be peace in this moment? By asking yourself those questions, the answers will come and you will be that. Another way you can be love and be peace is to be of service. Remember, we're all servants here when we realize we are servants. And so whenever you go into any situation, if you're visiting family this festive season, this holiday season, is to go in with an idea, with a point of view that you're going to be of service, and be of service. Be of service. Be the servant, and you'll become more and more fulfilled by being that, by being of service, and that is actually the route to ultimate love and unconditional love, and that is where we'll find the peace as well.